On Whit Monday in May 1828, the townspeople of Nuremberg, Germany, watched a strange, disoriented teenager stagger into the public square. He moved with an awkward, heavy gait, barely able to keep his balance on the cobblestones. In his trembling hand, he carried a letter addressed to a local cavalry captain. When people approached him, he spoke in confused fragments, muttering that he wanted to be a horseman like his father, or simply whimpering the word horse over and over. When authorities examined him, they realized this was no ordinary runaway. The boy had the smooth, pale skin of someone who had never felt direct sunlight. The soles of his feet were as soft as a baby's, blistered and bloody from walking. His name, he eventually managed to write down, was Kaspar Hauser. As Kaspar learned to speak full sentences, he revealed a story that chilled the city. For as long as he could remember, he had been kept in a dark, tiny room barely 2 feet wide. He had never seen a human face. Every morning he awoke to find bread and water beside his straw bed. His only companions were 2 small wooden toy horses. He had spent his entire life in absolute isolation, completely unaware that a vast, living world existed outside his walls, until a shadowy man suddenly pulled him from the dark, brought him to Nuremberg, and left him on the street. The story captivated Europe. Was he an abandoned noble? Rumors spread that Kaspar was secretly a prince of the House of Baden, hidden away by rivals to alter the line of royal succession. As Kaspar integrated into society, learning to read, write, and ride horses, his sudden fame brought a dangerous kind of attention. The darkness that had claimed his childhood seemed unwilling to let him go. In October 1829, Kaspar was found bleeding in the cellar of his caretaker's house, a deep slash across his forehead. He claimed a hooded man had attacked him with a knife, whispering a warning that Kaspar would die before he ever left Nuremberg. A few years later, a pistol shot rang out in his room, grazing his head, though it was dismissed by some as an accident. Then came the freezing afternoon of December 14, 1833. Kaspar ran into his home in Ansbach, clutching his side, his face ghostly white. He collapsed, gasping out that a stranger had invited him to the local court garden to see a special memorial. Once there, the man pressed a small purple silk purse into Kaspar's hand, then thrust a long blade deep into his chest. Kaspar died 3 days later. When investigators rushed to the snow-covered park, they found a single set of footprints leading away into the white silence. Dropped in the snow was the purple purse Kaspar had mentioned. Inside was a scrap of paper with a message written in mirror script, legible only when held up to a glass. Hauser will be able to tell you quite precisely how I look, and where I came from. To save Hauser the effort, I want to tell you myself. The rest of the letter dissolved into cryptic initials and nonsensical clues. Was Kaspar Hauser a royal heir silenced by political assassins? Or was he a deeply troubled soul trapped in a web of his own tragic lies? Nearly 2 centuries later, the snow in the court garden has cleared, but the truth remains completely frozen in time. Don't forget to tune in next week for more spooky tales.